a little bit late if you haven't noticed. So sorry we're late. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, your best place for rugby prediction. And if you noticed, I was looking down then because I'm not used to having a new camera. If you go on Twitter, you'll be able to see I put a photo up of our setup here, obviously with the microphone, the computer, and the camera. So there we go. All kind of cool, and thank you very much to my parents for the Noel Leeming vouchers. So Noel Leeming, if you'd like to sponsor us with some more kit, there's other stuff we would love to have from your store. So do let us know, do reach out, and all of that kind of stuff. So what we're going to talk about today, we are going to talk about whether we can trust the Gallagher Premiership clubs and the owner clubs. So that includes London Irish as well, and that's in that top 30, there's 13 of them. We'll have a quick chat about player welfare and cannabis. We'll also have a talk about the tribal nature of games, as it making them too aggressive or too attritional. And finally, we'll have a run through of some of the Super Rugby pre-season games, because it is a month away today from the Super Rugby kickoff, apparently. So a man who is in some brand new kit has just slid across and is now saying hello. Hello, Ashwin.
Hello, Paul, and hello, everybody out there. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. That's true. Happy New Year. We have done a show since New Year, but we recorded that last year. So anyway, it's our first show, live show of the year, and you are looking. This is probably the worst Blues jersey I have seen design-wise. But you've got a rather special one there, haven't you?
I've got a very special one, and thank you to my ex-tenant's friend who I'll give a shout out to, because I've given it. It's a Blues jersey, and it's been signed. It's a bit large. I'm a skinny Indian, but it's been signed by the Blues players as well. So it's a shout out to the East Tamaki franchise of Stonewood Homes for kindly giving this to me, basically.
So. Cheers, Stonewood Homes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll open my drink.
Yep. With the wonderful sound we've got nowadays, you'll even heard of that lovely click. So, yeah. So, the Premiership have decided that, having some external investment from CVC Capital Partners is a really good idea. Sorry, remember what the number was. Something in the ballpark of 220 or $200 million to spread around between the 13 different teams, which I've seen various quotes, but it looks like about $18 million each. Oh, sorry, £18 million each. So those of us over in New Zealand basically double it, take off a little bit, put it around about 30-ish, 35, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so. And every time when you do the $220 million, $220 million.
Dear. Should we get your mini me down? Oh dear. Hi, Chris Edwards. Thanks for joining us. Looking at seeing who's there in the chat. Where was I going to go with this? I've gone absolutely blank. Yes. So 18 million each, and they've said that they're going to spend this money on capital things and to grow the clubs, rather than spending it on basically player wages. So, where do you think the money's going, Austin?
To player wages. Oh, look, I think, just because obviously when we do the old shows live from the single venue, we're able to have a bit of discussion pre-show. And basically, this is the scenario that I put out to Paul before the show, is that you're going to have a board of directors at a club that, let's say there's 8 on the board, generally those sorts of numbers, 6 to 8 people, and one of them's going to come along and saying, but let's sign Bowden Barrett for $5 million. Out of that 18, we've got $18 million. Let's sign him for 5, because he'll help us win a championship or a premiership, and that'll put bums on seats, and those bums on seats will mean extra revenue for the club. Now, that's the return on investment, ROI, on your $5 million. And it means that we'll actually generate income off our $5 million investment. Now, he'll go around tapping some of his board members on the shoulder and selling the idea to them, and they'll go to the board and they'll say...
Or to use corporate talk, he'll get his ducks in a row.
He'll get his ducks in a row. Yep. And then it's just like you'll do some blue sky mining and come up with a plan and move it forward. And then he'll basically go to the board and they'll get the numbers and there you go. Hey, Broden Barrett, would you like $5 million to come play for our club?
Sorry, blue sky mining.
Yeah, blue sky mining. You've not heard that one before.
Oh, blue skying, absolutely. But how do you mine the sky?
I don't know.
Blue
It's corporate
sky
speak.
mining. What absolute
How do you get ducks in a row?
waddle. Simple. You put them in a row and you go bang and you shoot all of them in one.
Hang on, you're the hippie lefty, not me.
Hey.
Anyway, so that's what I definitely, the fact that it's going to go on infrastructure. Yeah, look, I mean, we got $18 million and you spend $5 on Broden Barrett. You've still got $13 million to go spend on infrastructure. Keep CVC happy.
Now, I want to go down this hippie lefty route. Now, see, hippie lefty in Europe is obviously shooting ducks would be, but in New Zealand where half the players basically in their off season go hunting, you can hardly be. I mean, transgression. So there's me. I was working in New Plymouth last year in a small office of about 8 or 10 of us, and we did a quick roundup to say, okay, boys, let's do a works event, a team building event, and a whole bunch. Now, if you've been in London or where 10-pin bowling, all this kind of stuff, no, theirs was beers followed by going to the pistol club. That was the combined suggestion from everybody was no, we don't want to go 10-pin bowling. We want to go shooting at the local rifle range.
Yeah, but it's clay pigeon.
That would be, yes, but that's only because they can practice when they're going goat hunting at the weekend. And these guys, let's be honest about this. So being left wing hippie has a difference. What's considered left wing hippie in New Zealand is different to what is in Europe, I think. Hey, we shouldn't go down politics routes, but hey, anyway, Charlie, thanks for joining us, and Christopher, hey, good to see you guys. But
so, where do you think the money's going to go in the clubs?
Guns, and if you're going to be hunting, as long as you eat it, it's all good. Trophy hunting, bad. Hunting for food, okay. Anyway, now that's on the side. Where do I think it's going to go? As you say, so we have a club like, say, Saracens, for example, who have a 10,000-seater stadium in the middle of a residential area, and the residents have all gone,
yep,
you're allowed 10,000, you're not allowed any more.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I've suddenly got £80 million, and I've just been told I can't alter my stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I invest it? Well, so that's going to be interesting for them. You got London Irish.
So just to how are their lighting infrastructure, etc., for night games and that sort of thing, or do they have any?
Oh, it's all there. Yes,
it's all there. So and it's top class sort of thing. So there's no.
Yep, and it's 4G pitch, and they've thrown as much money at the ground as they can, without actually. And they've developed one side, they want to develop the other side, and develop both ends, but they're not actually allowed to. They're not actually allowed to by the Residents Association, by the council, to do that. So Christopher goes, most of the money will be wasted, and I've got to say that actually, I'm not convinced. You've then got teams like I say, so London Irish about to move from the rented stadium they're in into town to share a stadium with in Brentwood, I think is the location, or Brentford, one of those sort of Brent places. Anyway, and again, they're sharing it with a football team, and it's being built already, so they can't throw more money at that stadium because it's not theirs. They're going to be sharing it.
Have they got a 4G pitch?
No, but football teams and soccer don't like 4G pitches.
Okay, so, too much mobile connection.
The old grazing stuff. And so you've got a bunch of clubs that basically just have nowhere for this money to go at the end of the day. Maybe they can improve their training grounds or something like that. But as far as capital infrastructure that's going to create more income, really, I can't see where they're going to put it. So the the money is going to get wasted. Charlie has given us a fantastic rabbit hole, head straight down. Let me just bring that up. Let's see if I can't bring it. It's not working. Oh, sorry. Some reason it's not working. So I'll read the comment out. Charlie, Ashwin, the Blues midfield will get me watching the Blues again. Ma and Sonny Bill can't wait. As for the money, I'll be worried due to all the strings that will come with. Yeah, I think they're going to be able to spend the money how they particularly want, but
as long as it's on infrastructure.
As long as it's actually not just whittled away or thrown away down into players' bank accounts.
So that infrastructure, we're building a Bowden Barrett.